In this video, we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna talk about Kaido and the dumb ways that he could die from. So, let's get right into it. You should already have an idea that this video is about the unlikely and is going to be quite short. That's what she said. But, but I still made it because I think that this is a pretty entertaining conversation. Anyway, let me start off by saying I highly doubt that Kaido will be killed in Wano. But if he were,
Nope.
I think that the characters that have a good chance of injuring him are the only ones capable of killing him. So these characters are the Scabbards, except Raizo, Marco, Kid, Law, Jinbei, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy. Maybe even Drake. I'm sure some of you have different opinions and you can tell me down at the comment section below. I would love to hear about them. But as for the characters that I listed, well, it's basically because of Ryuo or a technique that damages the body from the inside. Plain and simple. In the case of the Scabbards, we don't really know much about their techniques, but I would love to see Oda showcase what they could do, and I would prefer it if Oda could do it in such a way that all of them shine in their own way, without really putting other characters down. Big Mom! COVID. Anyway, personally, I think that it would take too long, so there's a chance that this won't happen. I'm just saying. But going back, I'm curious to see how Izo can help against Kaido. I'm not sure if he caused any damage to Kaido back then because I remember that he was only shooting King's sword. So he might not have shot at Kaido, meaning we still don't know if he can use Ryuo. Next, we have Marco. Marco, being a first Yonko Commander level character, has a pretty good chance of being able to damage Kaido. If Oda sticks to his patterns, first Yonko commanders would know how to use at least one advanced form of Haki. Because Katakuri had Future Sight, well, Marco might have that too, but I'm leaning towards Marco having Ryuo. Simply because they had Whitebeard and Oden on their ship. So it would be safe to assume that all of the Whitebeard commanders at least know about these kinds of Haki, even if they haven't mastered it yet. So I think that Marco being the first commando,
A few moments later.
so I think that Marco being the first commander, Yonko commander on their crew, would have Ryuo. I'm still wondering about what the Phoenix Mark does, and I also wonder if it would be effective on Kaido. Personally, I think that the Phoenix Mark locks the victims in time, freezing them in the process. Because why else would Marco say this, right? So anyway, that could give all of the Scabbards a free shot at Kaido if it does work that way. Or maybe Big Mom because Marco is with Perospero, so it would be safe to assume that they would be meeting up with Big Mom at some point, right? Or maybe they split up, I don't know.
Bruh.
Anyway, this is just speculation, but I think Marco is sort of like Sanji in the sense that he has flaming kicks, but he probably uses his hands as well, so he punches. And the only other difference that I'm thinking of Marco has on Sanji is that he's just faster than Sanji, especially without the raid suit. Now, Jinbei is another one that might be a great match for Big Mom and Kaido because Jinbei's Fishman Karate manipulates water, so he could use it to attack Kaido's body from the inside. Now, it's a bit unfortunate because Kaido is fighting on the rooftop, meaning we won't be able to see Jinbei's techniques that use big amounts of water, like the Yarinami or the Spear Wave. I think that's a pretty viable attack to use on Kaido, considering in real life that water could cut hard materials if it's used with high pressure. And we saw that in action in the Marineford War, or as they were trying to get their marine battleship to go to the Marineford War. But moving forward, we have Sanji. Now, Sanji is a curious case because we don't know if he would learn Ryuo within this battle or if he ever learns it at all. And it's unfortunate because Sanji is basically my second favorite character next to Luffy in all of One Piece. But I think that the raid suit just isn't enough. Yes, it gives Sanji a big boost in basically everything, but it's no Ryuo. Let's just get that straight. I really just believe that Ryuo and attacks that hit from the inside are the attacks that will do damage to Kaido and Big Mom. Nothing else comes to my mind right now. Well, maybe Ice, because Vegapunk's dragon was so hot. If Kaido uses Blast Breath, it would be logical to assume that Ice deals damage to Kaido as well. Plus, Ice deals 4 times damage to dragons in the world of Pokemon. So there's that. But seriously, Ice might be a good attack against Kaido. So Brook might be another character that could wound Kaido. So Zoro and Luffy know Ryuo, we know that, and since the scabbards that know Ryuo were able to damage Kaido, well, it seems very obvious and logical to assume that Zoro and Luffy would be able to injure Kaido as well. Now, for Law, I believe that Law doesn't know Ryuo, nor has he learned it while resting in Zou, and even during his time in Wano. I believe that his Gamma knife, even his radio knife that cuts the victims differently, could be the technique that could inflict harm on Kaido's body. Maybe even just hitting Kaido while he's in Law's room, because we all know what Law did to Virgo and those innocent mountains. So that might be able to hit Kaido as well. And lastly, Kid and Drake. I'm pretty sure that these two don't know how to use Ryuo. We don't know much about the extent of their abilities, however. So they might be able to harm Kaido in some way that we don't know about yet. Because Oda seems to have something big in store for these two. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And to wrap this video up, I think that there are quite a few ways for Kaido to die, even if I don't believe those things would happen. But first is, the scabbards could deal so much damage to him that when he fights with Zoro and Luffy, he gets killed in the process. Unlikely, but possible. Next, Kairoseki weapons. These could pierce him so many times that he couldn't handle it.
NANI?!
Weird to say for a Yonko not being able to handle it, but I said it. And I look forward to your comments. Lastly, after Kaido's defeat, he could get executed by the scabbards because the scabbards could look at this whole situation as an eye for an eye situation. And they would like to get back at Kaido for killing Oden by taking his life in exchange, since the scabbards idolized Oden so much. So, obviously this is all speculation and was more of a fun video or a topic that was meant to be entertaining. So comment down below what you think are the techniques, skills, and instances that Kaido could be damaged or even killed. Crush the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel so it could grow and I could provide you with more of that One Piece content. Stay safe now. Peace.